Your team leaves everything on the field. They play with heart and with their mind. But being smart starts long before the kickoff. With the latest technology, sports medicine advancements, expert physicians, we can keep your team healthy and protect joints and growing bones for this big moment and their future on any field. Physician-owned Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine and Joint Hospital.
You know, they're not talking about you, just you all the time like they do rodeo athletes, you know. It's the Wright family, you know, the Wright brothers.
I don't really look at it as we're legendary, but it's kind of unreal. What we do and what we get to do, you know, the things we've done and hopefully continue to do, I guess you could say it is legendary.
He passes it straight one,
That was amazing.
Oh my God!
CC immediately just having dominant control here.
I wish I could tell you this life is easy, that you'll never know defeat. And every run you make will be perfect. But there's a difference between wanting something and making it happen. Passion, practice, these are the keys to success. If you want to lead this life.
There's nothing quite like coming together over a fresh-cooked meal. Face to face, burger to burger, solving the world's problems over fries. There's also nothing like solving the problems right in front of you, like baseball practice, swim team, and getting your family's meals just like they like it, all with a few taps on your phone. Yeah, good thing there's more than one way to solve the world's problems. Good thing there's Whataburger.
Welcome to Trinity Valley Community College, home of the mighty Cardinals, offering hands-on education with an average teacher-to-student ratio of 1 to 20 at a third of the price of regional institutions. We teach, we strive, we succeed. TVCC. It makes sense. Apply today at tvcc.edu.
Prosperity Bank offers free checking. Let's take a look. No monthly maintenance fee? Check. No individual check fees? Check. Free debit card? Check. Unlimited withdrawals? Check. Free online banking? Check. Easy access and friendly service? Check. Close to home? Check. Simply free checking from Prosperity Bank is simply free. I'm taking these checks to the bank. Prosperity is the big bank with your community's bank inside. Prosperity Bank, where you find real bankers, not just a bank.
I was a runner. I was up to running 3 miles a day every morning. When I was diagnosed with lung cancer, I was shocked because I'm not a smoker. Baylor, Scott & White, the facility, the staff, everyone has been so amazing. I love the fact that I can breathe.
When I first heard that I had cancer, I was referred to Baylor Scott & White immediately. It was really important for me to be able to get my chemotherapy and everything here because I wanted to be close to my friends, my family. They were so confident and made me feel at ease and supported me. I felt like I was their only patient, and I knew they had several people that they were dealing with, but I was the most important person.
I had like a week of headaches. Throughout that week, I went to my local hospital. They referred me to Baylor Scott & White. They gave me an MRI. The tumor that was inside of my head was cancer. Baylor Scott & White has given me this new technology that helps decrease the growth rate of my cancer cells. The doctor I have right now, he's just amazing. It's a great feeling to know the guy who's taking care of me actually really cares about me.
Baylor Scott & White Health, changing cancer care for life. Schlotzsky's new Supreme 4-cheese white and meaty pizzas come covered in the finest toppings. But under those delicious toppings lies a made-from-scratch crust so good, you could go toppingless. Buy one pizza, get one free every Wednesday.
Your favorite thing delivered right to your door means that you never have to stop doing your other favorite thing. Nailed it. Order McDelivery in the app.
Cowboy Headquarters is your one-stop shop destination in Athens. 80,000 square feet of awesome sitting on 25 acres with top brands for all your farm and ranch needs, including Preferred, Tartar Steel, SMA, Bluebonnet, Equibrand, Trent Ward Saddlery, Professional's Choice. We have a Texas-sized store with a Texas-sized selection. Cowboy Headquarters just south of the Loop on Highway 19 in Athens. Cowboy Headquarters is a destination you don't want to miss. Shop online now at cowboyhq.com.
When joints begin to fail, it's more than an inconvenience. The relentless grinding pain slows you down and can even stop you from doing the things you enjoy in life. At UT Health East Texas, our skilled orthopedic and sports medicine experts are using advanced joint technologies to get you back to being you sooner with a less painful recovery. We're doing more than restoring joints. We're restoring lives.
A quality, affordable education is not out of reach. In fact, it's closer and more convenient than you might think. Trinity Valley Community College, with locations in Athens, Palestine, Terrell, and Kaufman, offers day and evening courses, online courses, and provides dual credit classes for high school students. TVCC is also home to several national championship sports programs.
And there you have it, McDonald's new crispy chicken sandwich. From the makers of the world's most stolen fries. The juicy chicken sandwich from the place that offers extra napkins for a reason. The tender chicken sandwich from the creators of a sandwich phenomenon. So you won't just be biting into a chicken sandwich, you'll be biting into McDonald's new crispy, juicy, tender chicken sandwich.
We want to know which Chicken Express side dish you gotta have with your hand-breaded golden crispy express tenders.
Gotta have a big helping of those golden fries.
My favorite side is the fried okra. Mine's the mashed potatoes. Fried okra. Mashed potatoes.
It's all about the hush puppies.
You can't go wrong with any of our delicious sides at Chicken Express. They're fresh, hot, and waiting for you after the game or anytime. We'll see you at Chicken Express.
Fried okra. Mashed potatoes.
Sometimes managing your health and keeping track of all the details can feel a little overwhelming. But UT Health East Texas Virtual Care makes it easy to stay connected with your health care. You can message your doctor, see test results, pay your bills on time, and even request on-demand video visits to be seen right away from the comfort of your own home. All through your smartphone, tablet, or computer, from virtually anywhere. Less stress, more living.
You know, here at First State Bank, we're not just about opening accounts or getting loans. We're about community, whether that's sponsoring local events, donating to nonprofits, or volunteering hundreds of hours. It comes down to the fact that we're local money working for you, local people. For over 80 years, we've been helping Texans build their homes, their businesses, and their dreams. With 7 convenient locations, there's always a branch around the corner. So come say hi and get to know us. First State Bank, where community matters.
Good evening. Welcome to Cardinal Gymnasium, home of the Cardinal Volleyball. Tonight's matchup features number 8th ranked Trinity Valley Cardinal Volleyball versus Coastal Bend College. And the Cardinals conference season opener. Trinity Valley's coming off a 3-0 sweep at Ranger, and Coastal Bend is coming in after their first conference loss to Panola, a 3-0 sweep. So what are your thoughts about tonight?
Just excited to get them going. I think seeing all the competition that they've had early, going on the road and playing a really tough schedule, going to Florida Southwestern, playing really well. It's never easy when you come on the road and you don't maybe win all of them, but I think they had a great showing. And then go to Blinn, play really well at Blinn. So now they're getting to play their home opener. What an exciting day for us on a Friday afternoon to get to come over and just get to see the young ladies perform in person.
You mentioned the schedules in Florida and at Blinn. Coach Hayes has not shied away from playing incredibly tough competition early this season. I think 7 of her first 10 matches were against top 20, and everybody they faced at Blinn was top 10 for the first 2 days. So incredibly tough schedule to prepare them for this conference matchup.
I think the 6-4 record doesn't definitely deflect or detect how well they can play. We're coming off of the NJCA Defensive Player of the Week, so really excited to see what she's going to do. This is honestly my first time really getting to see him in person. I've had an opportunity to see him quite a bit, with the games being televised. It's great that we go on the road and we get the ability to be able to see a lot of those matchups. So I want to see it up close and personal this afternoon.
Yes, you mentioned the Player of the Week, Emma Bednarik, played really well, put up some really incredible numbers in the tournament at Blinn, and she played pretty well against Ranger the other night, and we're looking forward to a lot of good things. Right now we're getting ready for introductions, but right now we're going to take a moment of silence. Former President Dr. Bill Kempion passed away this morning. He was instrumental in a lot of things at Trinity Valley. The name changed from Henderson County to Trinity Valley Community College back in the mid-'80s. Really, as Steve Grant mentioned, really enlarged our footprint across the region. And we're grateful for everything that he did for our college, but our thoughts and prayers are with his family today. So we're going to go into introductions right now. For Coastal Bend, libero is going to be Marina Ramos. The other starters are going to be number 3, Jada McNeely, number 6, Genesis Casillas, number 7, Molly Forehand. Oh, we're going to rise for the national anthem. So those are the major flaws when you have a rookie on the mic.
2 rookies on the mic.
Our A team is out today, and you're stuck with Eddie Kite, athletic director at Trinity Valley, and I should have introduced our softball coach from Trinity Valley, Coach Maria Wynn Ratliff. Appreciate you being here today.
Absolutely.
But excited about this matchup. I'll finish up the introductions on Coastal Bend. Number 13 will be Addison Lewis, 14, Crystal Jewell, and number 16, Maya Espinoza.
Addison Lewis. From Eagle
Got a really nice crowd today. Cardinal cheers here, going to give us a great showing and lots of energy down here at the end of the court.
Well, for a Friday with high school football kicking off, this is a really good start. And mention the cheer has 98 cheerleaders this season. And everybody I talked to in my region asked, you really got 98? And said, yes, but we're competing in 3 different divisions this year.
Number 1,
The usual
Patino.
large and small co-ed groups that we
From
send to Daytona.
Pflugerville, number
But the
2,
NJCAA
Jordan
has got an
Flores.
emerging sport this year,
From
competitive
Kingwood,
cheer, and we're
number
sending
3,
the group
Jada
to compete
Stallworth.
in the co-ed group in that.
From
So,
Israel, number 4,
requires a
Ori
small army,
Brigger.
and you can see them all on the
From
baseline right
Serbia,
now. So.
number
We've got
5.
to have at least 50 over there, I would say. So
Easy.
What a great opportunity for them to show some excitement early on in our home events. We've had a home soccer match. We've had a home football game. They've been wonderful at both of those. I think just the opportunity that our student athletes get to support each other is really amazing. It does make Trinity Valley definitely a home. I know that's a big recruiting thing for me when we're bringing student athletes on campus, is just talking about how all the sports, really get involved and support each other. We've got a big crowd straight across from us. That looks like maybe some Cardettes.
Yes.
I know our team's coming in after practice. They were going to get cleaned up, and so Jim's going to get fuller and fuller, I think, as the evening goes on.
Yes, and talking about the crowd side a second ago, it was so evident at the football game a couple weeks ago with Independence. That's one of the largest crowds we've had at a football game in my 5 years here, and it was a great atmosphere and a great way to kick off the season. In soccer, who has not been real strong the last 3 years, with Coach Jimmy Older coming in, has brought some energy, and we really had a good crowd for a Friday afternoon. I mean, if you're getting a crowd on a Friday afternoon in Texas high school football season, you're doing some good things. So it's going to be a fun season. You're right. This does make recruiting a lot easier when you have this kind of support. And that's one of the things that makes Trinity Valley so much more special than all the other junior colleges out there.
Well, and speaking of soccer, we'll try to keep everybody up to date. They're on the road with Angelina today, so we'll try to give you as many updates as we can on what's going on there. If you need an opportunity to watch them too, I believe that it's being streamed as well, and you can find that information on our social media outlets.
Yes, and just so you know, they kicked off the season with a good win against an improved Texas Southmost, and Coach Elder's doing some good things. It's been fun watching his group develop over the summer and kick off the season the way they have. So starting for Trinity Valley, our liberos tonight are going to be Jordan Flores and Zorana Stankova. The other starters are going to be Andrea Patino, Emma Bednarik, Jade Rodriguez, Genesis Rodriguez, Sada Gamboa, and Zoe Gunn. And we're about to get ready to serve. Trinity Valley is coached by Leah Hayes, and she's in her 5th season also, and she's done a great job building this program into a nationally recognized program. They've made a really strong showing last season, coming off a Final Four appearance at the Volleyball National Tournament in Hutchinson, Kansas, and looking for more big things this season. So right now, Coach, you got the soccer game pulled up. Right now, Coastal Bend is going to have first serve. And we have a spike by Player of the Week, Emma Bednarik.
It's always impressive when she's the defensive player of the week that starts the game off with a spike for us. Way to get a point, get us going.
One of the most impressive things I've noticed is our front line is so big. It didn't matter who we were playing, even the ranked teams in Florida had a hard time getting it past those guys because of that action right there. They're tough to get the block down.
It's a great kill right there
Yes.
by Sahara. I asked Coach Hayes, last night when I found out I was going to be on the broadcast, if I could say bump, set, spike, but she told me that probably wasn't the proper lingo to say anymore. So that's probably been the last time that I've really had to do anything like this. And so I'm gonna do my best to try not to watch too much and pay better attention. But looks like the net helped us out a little bit on that one.
Well, also is that front line, Hennessy's and Emma just throwing up a big wall right there. Makes it tough to work over. And right now, number 17 for us, Zoe Gunn, is serving.
Emma with another big block there, and then just her and Hennessy's. I mean, just definitely putting us in great situations. It's hard to hit over them, and that's another ball in the net.
And that length is something that she had Emma last year, but Emma didn't have the people around her that she does this year to give her that support. Right now, Hennessy's is playing really well. Sahada is just bringing a lot of depth. And another good serve. Trinity takes a 5-0 lead.
That's some excitement over on the bench. It's always good to see the non-starters or maybe non-players at that given moment just showing energy and life, hoping that they're going to get an opportunity to see some time on the court this evening.
And it took a 6-0 run to get us to our first time out for the evening. So this is a very fast start by the Cardinal volleyball program. Just really good defense. That length up front is going to give them problems all night, I think.
I think our front side, and then, of course, just getting good serves. Zoe's done a great job kind of commanding the court. Coach Hayes obviously telling her where she wants the ball to go, but she's done a really, really good job. It's hard for the Cougars to get anything going. And then, with the length that we have, it just seems like they haven't really even got the ball over the net for us to do a whole lot with.
There was some questions with us losing two key players from last year, our libero and our setter, and I think she's done a good job replacing both of those. One of them's at Georgia Tech and having a great season already. So, but her recruiting has done a good job filling those voids, but the length has really compensated a lot.
She does a great job going out and just really spending time, with young women. Does a lot of clinics and things like that, and that gives her a tremendous ability, I think, to build relationships and for young women to really understand what her program's about. And I was really nervous. We lost two huge players for us that had seen so much time over the past 2 years, and some young ladies have really stepped up, and then we've had some returners, just kind of really own their opportunities to get in and play. Another big kill by Hennessy's right there, and Zoe just keeps rolling them off.
Oh, they're playing so clean right now, and this is the cleanest I've seen us play. The toughest part as coaches on this level is developing chemistry, and so it looks like we're developing ahead of what Coach Hayes.
And that's a great ace right there by Zoe. I'm sure they're excited to play at home.
Yes.
Some of their families are probably here. You got a week and you're playing on a Friday, and then you're going to maybe get the weekend off if you play well. It's always going to want to keep Coach happy. And what a better opportunity than to open up on a Friday afternoon at home and just with a 9-0 run. What a big kill right there. That was a long point. A lot of action happened right there, but we just commanded the ball once again.
And we're going to our second timeout. Cardinals have started this on a 10-0 run, and it's just really been clean. Good passing. Sahada didn't really get the look she wanted on the pass on the set earlier, but just patience paid off right there, and that was a good point. I think we're seeing them grow up a little bit each week, and it takes time.
I think early on, no matter who you're playing, you want to give everybody some opportunities to get a chance to see what that's going to look like to get you prepared for conference play. And honestly, they only had 2 weeks to get ready to start their conference season. So, we'll probably, if the score continues to increase, maybe see some younger players get in here and get some other people some opportunities. But you want to take care of everything that you can, and want to continue to keep putting your foot on the gas for sure. It's a nice dig by the Cougars libero right there.
That's just really good defense. And that front wall is not just against Coastal Bend, but that's going to give a lot of teams problems because they do a really good job of anticipating where that pass is going to end up and getting a block.
And it looks like the Cougars are going to get their first point tonight. Showing a lot of excitement on the court there, picking up that point. Score is 11-1.
Great way to start our Friday evening match.
Good response right there, coming back. I don't know that it was maybe what Coach Hayes was looking for, but sometimes a point's a point. And it looks like we've got a few substitutions coming in.
I don't think I've ever seen you give a run back. It didn't matter how the run got scored. You weren't giving it up.
We want to score as many as we can and hopefully score more than the other team does. But sometimes a point's a point, a win's a win. I tell them I would rather win ugly than lose pretty.
Ooh. So in for the Cardinals now, number 16, Claire Esther. And number 2, Jordan has come in.
Our other sub was number 6, Haley Ackley.
Yes.
But it looks like she maybe was in for one rotation and then got subbed back out.
Another nice kill.
Yeah, really nice kill. And I've been around Region 14 volleyball for some time, and I will say I do believe Coastal Bend is very much improved.
Yes.
I think their head coach has done a nice job, and a lot more competitive than the last couple of years when I've sat in the gym and watched them play.
That action that they just showed on this end was a lot. I think they're getting the nerves out of their system a little bit right now. They're moving around better. So, 13-3. Sub for Coastal Bend. Number 9's coming in to serve. Number 9 is Hannah Lozano.
Looks like Emma rotated out for us for this rotation.
I think she deserved a little bit of a break.
Yes. I thought there was a little tip on that.
I did too.
That is an old softball coach over there, line judging. So I don't know if he maybe saw that or not. Every once in a while we blink.
He is wearing glasses. That
really
was
nice
quick.
kill.
She gets up so quickly. I mean, that's got to be hard to defend when someone's got that much quick bounce.
Well, when we can serve receive really well and put our setter in a great opportunity to give us that quick set,
Yep.
I think we're hard to beat. You know, she was, I believe, the reigning player of the year last year within the conference, and so she's playing with a little confidence herself. And I think having different dynamics around her will give us other opportunities to see other parts of her game. Definitely, you know, we do have a different libero. We do have a different setter. And so, you know, that chemistry and those things are going to change, and I just look for her to continue to grow and develop.
Serving for Coastal Bend, Mariela Gonzalez. Oh, a little bit long, but still good movement.
Hade was working hard today in the fitness center, so hopefully she didn't have to work too hard over there to take her away from the game. It's always nice to see our student athletes get opportunities on our campus. She's a great smiley face when you go over there. It's an opportunity for our students on campus to have a place to go work out and work on their health and wellness, and so she's always welcoming when students come in and making them feel very welcome.
That is what just happened right there with Sahada is one thing that we didn't have last year, coming from the back row and be able to get that kill like that. She's very explosive. She's a dynamic player that we didn't have last year, and I think that's what's really, that's helping us be a different type of team than we were last year.
We'll take that.
Yes, we will.
We will take that.
Told you he's got glasses on.
Really close call there on the baseline. Sometimes there's advantages of playing at home for sure.
Now serving for Trinity Valley, Andrea Patino from Naples, Florida.
I often compare us to Florida. Naples, Florida, Athens, America. A lot of similarities right there.
I can see that.
We have water. We have some beautiful lakes with some beaches, sand.
And no sharks.
It's got to be hard for the Cougars to be serving right now with the cheer right there behind them. I think they just create such a great atmosphere. I know if I'm trying to serve and I'm hearing them yelling and stomping their feet, it would definitely be a distraction for me.
Yeah. Especially with that number. It's fun to see. It's a fun environment right now at Trinity Valley, and a lot of that's got to do with the recruiting that Jason Morrison, our president, has encouraged to do this past season.
It's been exciting since Dr. Morrison got on campus of a lot of positive changes that he's made with athletics, with around our campus, with our community.
Yeah.
It's definitely been exciting to see the continued growth and development of our entire institution.
If you have any doubt about what's going on campus, just drive by our soccer field. That field looks so much better. Last year was a camo pattern because we couldn't get the sprinklers working well. But right now we made an investment this past summer, and it looks so much better. The soccer program is really going to take off, I believe.
Well, they're still tied 0-0 with Angelina.
Still serving for Trinity Valley, number 2, Jordan Flores.
We've just really made it hard on the Cougars in serve receive. We've just done such a good job on our serves. It's just been a challenge for them to get anything set up.
When you're putting the ball wherever you want it to be, that makes your game a lot easier. And I'm sure in your sport that it's the same thing. If you can control how the ball is played.
I think as spectators, we all think it's really easy to serve. You know, that should be an easy skill. What a great up by number 1. Andrea Patino. What a great up. And finds a way to get the point. She doesn't go after that ball and have that extra hustle. We probably don't get that point there. So
and having to redirect it off the ceiling makes it even more challenging. So great effort, great score.
Seems like we continue to want to serve to number 3. So I don't know if Coach Hayes has saw something there that thinks that that's an advantage for us. But it looks like we are, for whatever reason, trying to put the ball in her area as much as we can.
Yeah, there hadn't been any serves really end up in the middle of the court. They all been deep in the corners and the baseline. We have some net action. Trinity Valley scores off that one, so we're at match point, or I'm sorry, set point right here, 24-7. And serving for this one is still Andrea Patino. Ooh.
Little miscommunication there, but just the chemistry part you were talking about earlier. They didn't panic. They found a way to keep the point going, and Sato with another big kill for us.
To send us into a 3-minute break before second sets. So Cardinals win that one in about 25 minutes. So great start.
I'm sure Coach Hayes isn't going to love everything about, that set when she goes back and watches it, but she's got to be really happy with the 25-7. I thought defensively on the net, they did an extraordinary job. There was very few balls that they were really contested on. And then in addition to that, we saw some big-time kills. Emma, Sada, Hennesis. So really excited just to see what we come out and do here in this next set.
I know the plan was for everybody to get on the floor today, so I anticipate that we're going to see a lot more rotations this next set. And Coach Hayes is going to continue to find out what her rotation is for deeper in conference, because she's got a track record. She's going to be playing 8 or 9 when she gets to the conference tournament, and she's going to have that group really well tuned. 2 consecutive trips to the region tournament, and she didn't lose a set 2 years running. She does a really good job of building her team up for that conference tournament and having them where they need to be to get to the national tournament.
I think a lot of that goes to her preseason. She puts a lot of time into the preseason, builds that great schedule we were talking about earlier, so they're battle tested early. And then when you can get a lot of athletes playing time early, having some confidence in that experience, I think when you get down at the end, it's really tough if you've got to play an inexperienced player and expect them to do big-time plays for you in big-time moments. And so she's done a really nice job in the 2 years that I've been here and had a chance to watch them play, just growing her players. And, the sophomores are better than they were as freshmen. The freshmen were better, late in the year than they were early. So she's just a really good development coach. And I think that's a lot of it. It's about team chemistry and developing your players, and she does a great job with both of them. So it's always fun. We both went to Columbia College together. We're both Missouri, Show Me State people. And so we feel like we've got some connections and know some people. Her college coach actually was in college when I was. I don't want to date myself. But Minnow and I both went to Columbia College. And so just being able to talk about things at home and the people that we know and the way that we coach. And even though there's an age difference and a generational difference, I think that there's some of the same expectations. And so, we want our student athletes to really perform at a high level, but we want them to be good students and good citizens as well. And so Coach does a really nice job of just bringing in quality young women that can be great representation for us in our community in the classroom, and then obviously all the successes that she's had on the court.
I think that's one of the things that's made this year so exciting for me as an athletic director is just knowing how our coaches are developing kids. We've got a new hire in our men's basketball coach, Greg Hire. No pun intended. But the same things that you're talking about, player development, you could see that happening with his program during the summer school. And right now, as he's getting early season workouts, that player development is tremendous when you get late in the season.
I was out of the fitness center, and so he trained a lot in the fitness center through summer school, and it was just fun to go in and watch them. I love all sports. Basketball is probably my favorite, even though I'm a softball coach. And it's just fun. I think as coaches, we beg, borrow, and steal from each other. It's exciting to see what different coaches do and why they do it, maybe the times of year they do it. So what I really love about our staff is everyone, really just wants everyone to succeed. And so you can go in and sit in somebody's office and say, hey, why'd you do this or why'd you play her? And it's not that you're questioning those things. You're just trying to learn and develop and figure out, or there's some systems that maybe I can put into my own program. And so, Greg just came from Middle Area Community College, once again, a school in Missouri. So I tell him, we've got a little bit of a connection. He was at Chipola prior to that. Some good friends of mine, Jimmy and Belinda Hendricks, were there. So I got to learn a little bit more about Greg before he got here. But, I think he's definitely going to help our men's basketball continue the success that they've had over the recent years, and just really excited to see them on the court here in another month and a half as well.
Yeah. Starting off the second set, serving is Emma Bednarik. Barely got the line. I'm going to have to say his glasses were working well that time.
Yeah, he decided to go out and then go in. I know as a softball coach, if they're going to call it foul and then call it fair, I'm probably talking to somebody. But Coach Hayes, it was right in front of her. She didn't seem to be too upset about it, so I think he actually got the call right.
Yeah. On the floor right now for Trinity Valley, number 3, Jada Stallworth. Number 1 receiving it right there is Andrea Patino. Killing it just then was Beatrice. I'm not even going to try to say
They
it.
told me it's P-I-Ya.
Okay.
I don't know if I said that right, but that's what they were telling me.
Home run for me then.
But we're already seeing those faces out there, right? We're seeing some different changes that coaches made here in set 2. A different setter or different liberos out there for us. It looks like, I'm going to try to be this Zorana Stavakic. Looks like that's who our libero is going to be this round. So it'll be exciting to see a little bit different energy maybe than what we saw with Jordan. Always exciting for me when I see people wear that other shirt. And I call it the libero or the libero, but they were telling me last night it's the libero. Yeah.
So. Serving for Trinity Valley just now is Ori Bridger. She sat out last season with knee injury and is coming back and playing pretty well right now. But this is we've got a whole new rotation right now, and I'm not expecting too much of a drop-off. Beatrice with a block right there, put it down pretty cleanly. Also on the floor for Trinity Valley, number 5, Tamara Bajanic.
Looks like Nevaeh Donahoe might be out there as well. I think that's at number 11.
Yes.
Another great serve. I mean, I just feel like we are controlling the tempo of the game. We're controlling their serve receive by just having great serves.
Yes.
I mean, and that definitely starts everything, as far as controlling what Coastal Bend can do. Coach has really found the part of the court that she really wants to serve to, and we've just been very successful in being able to do that. And once again, and Aaron hit, gets us another point, and now we're 6-1.
Yeah. And one thing I've watched in the 2 tournaments that Ori's played in, her service game has been really strong for us. They seem to score 2 or 3 times every time she steps up. Something about her serve is just difficult to handle.
Great up right there by our libero.
Just a little bit long.
Looks like we wanted a tip there. We didn't get it, but Beatrice definitely thought that the Cougars touched that.
She was pretty adamant about that one, with the referee saying no.
I will say Coach Hayes will fight for her players. She's one of those coaches that's pretty quiet and mild-mannered, but when she needs to really fight for them, she's not afraid to get after the referees a little bit and let them know what she thinks.
Entering the game now for Trinity Valley, Claire Esther.
Now, they did tell me it's Easter.
Easter?
That's what they told me. I don't know how that's Easter, but that's what I got told. So they said it was just like the holiday. So another great up there by our libero.
And Claire comes in and puts one down real quickly.
Tamata is serving for us right now, and she's done a really nice job since she's been on the service line. You know, I'm really glad that I coach an outdoor sport so I don't have to dress up. Our bench, you know, they look great. You know, I'm over here with a ball cap on, and Coach Hayes doesn't have her knee brace on today. For everyone watching, I don't know if you've been paying attention, but she's been limping around with a knee brace. She's coming off of an ACL tear from playing volleyball this summer.
I've encouraged her to go ahead and retire. Ooh. That's a huge difference in the two teams right now. We're putting the ball where we need it to be, and they're a little sloppy, for lack of a better word, on their passing, and that's the big difference right now. So,
well, I think when we can score points and we don't have to worry about getting our libero or our setter involved, it's always nice when we can just return that with a spike, and that was a great job by Nevaeh.
I'm sneaking a score on Coach's phone. Trinity Valley still tied with Angelina at Goose Eggs right now. If you get a chance, you need to come see the soccer team. The style of play is totally different. We're much more aggressive. Offensive side of the field is much smoother looking. They're fun to watch.
Well,
so
I
if you
think
get
we
a
have
chance.
some more players, so I think that helps a little bit.
Well, the fact that we got 24 on the roster right now is a few more than what we've had, so that's helping out tremendously. But as far as just players, yes, we've got some kids that can really play.
September 17th, I think they'll be back home.
Yes.
Play here in the pit. So definitely, if you get an opportunity to be in Athens, America, come check them out. Coach Elder, Coach Anthony have done a great job recruiting some high-level players and just really changing, as you mentioned earlier, just the face of women's soccer on our campus. And I think it's going to change women's soccer in our region as well. I think they're going to be able to compete, you know, with Navarro, with Tyler, who've been nationally ranked for as long as probably they had soccer.
Yes.
So really, really excited to see them match up against those schools. You know, I don't know if a win is the expectation, maybe in my mind, but I think just being able to play with them, you know, if a win happens, that's great. But I think, you know, the history of the last couple of years of just being able to compete and stay on the
without
pitch,
a doubt.
is that what we say? The
yes.
pitch? Okay.
Without a doubt, this program is already more competitive just with the person that we brought in. And you're right, they're going to be much more competitive in the region. Nice kill by Beatrice.
Such a quick set. I mean, we received it so fast. We got it in the hands of our setter, and then the next thing you know, Emma's just pounding it down. You know, that is as a spectator, it's always excited when they run that one and that quick set. It's a good up by the Cougars, number 6. Nevaeh is going to get another kill there. The Cougars tried to return that, but unfortunately that ball gets out of bounds. We're still seeing Zorana, number 10, serving for us. She's doing a really nice job.
Yep.
She's in our white jersey, so she's going to be our libero as well defensively.
That's just tough to deal with. If you're not really elevating and getting the ball set really high above the net, that's a tough challenge to get over the top of. I know back in your day you could have got over it, but
You know, I wasn't a volleyball player. My claim to fame in volleyball was in graduate school. I was on an intramural volleyball team, and we won. But I was the person that just ran around like a crazy lady. I could jump really high, but my timing was never good. I love volleyball. I was, you know, at Western Nebraska. They won a couple national championships. I get over to Tyler Junior College. They go to the national tournament. I'm here. We go to the national tournament. So I feel like everywhere I've been in the junior college world, volleyball has been really good. So I don't know if it's me, or if I've just picked really good schools with volleyball coaches. But it's always fun to watch. I love it in the Olympics. But my high school didn't have volleyball. In Missouri, volleyball plays in the fall the same time that softball does. So it's fun to watch. I love to support them. 15-4, I guess what the score is now. Just exciting just to see them continue to go. And we've seen a lot of substitutions this game. And like you said earlier, nothing has fallen off. The score continues to get elevated. We've got a timeout here. Coach is really talking to her players, talking about what's the plan of attack. I think she would like to see that this match get over fairly quickly, so they can take a little bit of a break and then get into that third set and look to bring out the brooms this afternoon. Always love the timeouts because the cheerleaders are going to make use of the time. They're going to make sure that everyone can see and hear them. Coach Devontae Johnson, Chris Franklin, Coach Molly, they do a great job. They've got matching tops. Just really excited and really into the game.
That's great dig and great set and great pound by Emma.
Great effort there by the Cougars, but unfortunately, just they can't get anything going.
Yeah.
We're just passing the ball too well and putting the ball where we want. Great cross-court kill there by number 16, Claire Easter. She hit the ball hard and it covered a lot of ground, and she found that back corner in the court. We're still rolling with number 10 here, our libero. She just keeps serving points. Coastal Bend coach is showing a little bit of emotion. She thinks maybe there that they could have had a point there if she would have hit down. So she's coaching her young ladies up.
Yeah.
Definitely wanting.
So we got a little tip on it. Coastal Bend gets the point.
Oh, I missed the tip there.
Oh, well, it's right. I think that point right there is kind of the epitome of what we've been doing this year. That was such a quick action. It makes it hard to defend because most of the time you're expecting that high set and you drop it in there real quick, and our kids are getting off the floor so quick.
Well, what I think I'm most impressed about is we just keep responding. They get a point, and we respond. We don't let them get back-to-back points. We're not letting them create any momentum offensively or defensively. Emma comes up with another big kill. I mean, she was the defensive player of the week this week. She might be the offensive player of the week next week.
How about just the player of the week? Because she's still getting all the blocks tonight, too. I mean, that's a tough front line. Playing with a lot of confidence. Donahoe with the ace on the serve. Scores 20-5.
By far the most impressive thing, I think, for me tonight is just our serve. I mean, we have been really, really good. I say that, and then we serve it out. But we've been really, really good on our serve.
You just jinxed it like the free throw shooters get jinxed. They're 9 for 9 in brick.
Well, we're not talking about Shaq, so.
That's true. I don't think you had to brag on his free throw shooting for him to brick one, though. And they return the favor. And for the game now, the serve, number 1, Andrea Patino.
And in that first set, she scored a lot of points for us. So hopefully she can find a way to roll off 4 here, and we can get moving on into the third set.
The interesting thing is most of the coaches are calling where they want the serve going, and we've gotten to the point now where Coach Hayes is letting them figure out where do you need to put the ball. Are we on the same page?
That was a nice hit. Unfortunately, the Cougars just did a really good job on the block. I think that's the first time tonight they've got consecutive points. So I'm going to quit talking here for a minute because it seems like I'm jinxing everything.
Well, that's the first pass that I've seen us make that's kind of loose, and instead of being on our side of the net, it just kind of floated into the wrong area. Oh, great action. That was really good anticipation.
You know, and she just hung in the air. She was ready to really pound that ball and recognize that no one was right there in the front court, and just did a great job hanging in the air and tipping that over.
Oh. Okay, Emma just got that set. She's been killing. That was a nice set. Great dig back here on the back row, because that could have very easily gotten away from us. But filled the hole in the backside, made a nice recovery.
We're playing without a libero right now. So Emma's having to dig back there and looked a little uncomfortable, but did a great job doing it. And we find out a way to get the kill from Tamara.
Here we go, set point for the second set. We're kind of in an awkward position. We're usually in the standing at this point.
You are not wrong. I was looking at our cheer right now, and they've got 2 fingers up, and I'm thinking, what are they doing? Because I'm usually standing with one up, saying we got to get one more.
Oh, they're doing the W.
Ah, that's what it is. Okay.
So Cardinals go up 2 sets to none in today's match. Fantastic. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with you in Cardinal Network.
Would you look at that?
It's beautiful. Wow. That's our boy.
Get 2 breakfast sandwiches like a sausage McMuffin with egg or a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit for just $5.
Welcome to Trinity Valley Community College, home of the mighty Cardinals, offering hands-on education with an average teacher-to-student ratio of 1 to 20 at a third of the price of regional institutions. We teach, we strive, we succeed. TVCC. It makes sense. Apply today at tvcc.edu.
Your team leaves everything on the field. They play with heart and with their mind. But being smart starts long before the kickoff. With the latest technology, sports medicine advancements, expert physicians, we can keep your team healthy and protect joints and growing bones for this big moment and their future on any field. Physician-owned Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine and Joint Hospital.
A quality, affordable education is not out of reach. In fact, it's closer and more convenient than you might think. Trinity Valley Community College, with locations in Athens, Palestine, Terrell, and Kaufman, offers day and evening courses, online courses, and provides dual credit classes for high school students. TVCC is also home to several national championship sports programs.
Welcome back to Cardinal Gymnasium. Wrapping up a little bit of an intermission with some activities. That young lady has missed her target so close. They just need to give her one because she's been pretty accurate.
Well, the good news is the young lady that had a little tears in her eyes is leaving with some kind of prize. So we found a way to make her happy in those cowboy boots.
Very good move on Stephanie Gady's part. Because she was not a happy camper there for a second.
What a great opportunity for our youth in our community to be able to come out on intermission and have a chance to serve and work on their serving and get some kind of prize. I'm guessing it's some kind of Trinity Valley volleyball something. They were trying to hit into some hula hoops.
So before we get down to this third set, just an update on Cardinal soccer. at Angelina right now. It's still 0-0. This is going to be one that goes down for a while. It looks like we're moving maybe toward the right end of the field.
I haven't watched a whole lot, but what I've seen, it looks like we've controlled the ball well. I know we had a very good goalie last year, and I think she's probably done some nice things for us tonight. But we've been moving the ball really, really well, and I got to believe if they can go into halftime 0-0, Coach Elder's got to be happy with that.
And the one thing that you will notice about Cardinal soccer that you didn't notice in previous years was the defensive effort. He is a very defensive-oriented coach, very detailed in transition games. So, it's a different style, guys. If you enjoy soccer, you're really going to like what you see in the pit when the Cardinals are in town.
I think the thing I like is we get an opportunity to run an offense.
Yes.
I felt like the last 2 years we've just been on defense so much and haven't been able to control the ball. And so they've done a much better job getting some shots on goal.
Our guest speaker is leaving now. 4 minutes left in the first half at Angelina right now. So right now we're hoping Benny Rogers bounces back pretty quick because y'all are getting a miserable action with me on the lead. So wishing Benny some good health right here and bounce back. We'll see you pretty soon.
I think I saw Coach Ivy in the gym a little bit earlier. Women's basketball has been working extremely hard. They're going to kick off their season here in about another month as well. So Lady Cards basketball. I always say there's a pecking order here at Trinity Valley, and it's Lady Cards basketball, cheer, and then all the rest of us just try to figure out how to stay in third place. And so definitely exciting. They're a lot of fun to watch. I've been sneaking in the gym a little bit. She's got a lot of new faces. From last year. I feel like we've got a lot of more hype than we had last year. It's just those bodies. I think for all of us, it's trying to make sure that we got enough bodies and being able to stay healthy. So they'll definitely be fun to watch. So you get an opportunity. We've got great men's and women's basketball that'll kick off their seasons end of October. They'll start playing some preseason stuff and then really get going into their season early November.
The ability for the Lady Cards to get back to the national tournament last year with 7 healthy bodies was pretty phenomenal. Right now they're 12 strong and working really hard right now. So I'm not expecting us to have to deal with the injury bug we did last year and a little bit the year before. But last year we were verge of a major train wreck, and they duct tape things together well enough to get to the national tournament and get a win. But we're expecting, everybody expects Lady Card basketball just to, there's 8 banners hanging in the rafters, and that's the expectation here. And Coach Ivy knows that. She works hard. We keep stealing scenes from the soccer game.
I don't know sometimes what's more fun to watch, Coach Ivy's team or Coach Ivy on the sidelines.
I'm going to go with the team just because at the end of the day, they're winning the games, but she puts on a show too. Serving for Coastal Bend set at the start of the third set. Nice recovery on defense was number 6, Corey Reeves. And they put down.
That might be the first time tonight that Coastal Bend's taking a lead on us.
We're going to have a talk with Coach Hayes about this then.
Looks like we got number 8, Germany, Antwine in the game. This is the first time she saw some action this evening.
And as soon as you say that, she's getting replaced with number 6, Haley Ackley from Tomball.
We found a way to get it tied back up, and let's hope that we can just maintain the lead for the rest of this game.
Yeah. Ooh, nice serve. Very nice. Just squeaked over the net and dove right into the middle of Coastal Bend's defense.
Coach Hayes has got to be happy with the way that we've served so far tonight.
Yeah.
And it's just happening by multiple people. It's not just the same person that's getting up there on that service line and finding ways to get aces for us or putting the ball in the right part of the court.
Yeah. put down very nicely by Tamara Bojanic. I think, if I recall right, I think we got 2 service errors. That's pretty clean.
Looks like we're getting dialed back in. I think that might have been a little shell shock for us there to go down 1-0, and they're dialed back in. The passing's really good. Coastal Bend's really not getting an opportunity to have any kind of serve receive right now.
Nice.
What a great dual block right there.
Very good job by Donovan. And
we got Beatrice and Donovan there.
Yes. I was going to try to wing it and try to say the last name, but you've seen me announce enough of your softball games. That's not going to happen real well.
I decided Tom Brady is known by 12, so we could just start a new trend here in volleyball and just start going by their numbers.
Yep.
And, you know, who knows what might happen. We could make this famous.
Nice job.
Really impressed with our setters tonight. They're doing a great job putting the ball where our hitters need it. And our hitters are just doing a great job hitting over the block and finding open areas in the court.
I think that was one of the things that Coach Hayes was a little bit frustrated with in the Florida trip was the setting game was not real clean. That's not, if this had been in Florida, that Florida trip might have been a lot different with them, which they played well, but they kind of ran into a buzzsaw with 3-time defending national champion Florida Southwestern, but right now they're very clean, and this is fun to watch. If this is what they can carry over for the next 20 or so games, we're going to be in really good shape conference tournament.
Well, I got a halftime update. Soccer is 0-0. So I got to believe Coach Elder's got to be happy with that.
Yes.
Going in, not giving up a goal. I'm sure that there's obviously things he wants to do better as well, but it'll be really exciting to see how they come out in the second half.
That wasn't.
I thought that was a lift.
I did too.
Or a double, I guess is what they call it now.
Coach Hayes was making that same kind of sign down on the bench, so yeah.
I do know they put in some new rules going into this year, and there was some point of emphasis with the lift, but I'm not knowledgeable enough to know exactly what the difference was from this year to last year.
Well, I know what looks clean and what doesn't look clean. That didn't look very clean, but service error by Coastal Bend gives it back to the Lady Cards, and serving for them now is number 2, Jordan Flores.
Hade's back in the game for us on the front line. Great serve.
Oh, nice block by Coastal Bend.
Really nice rally there. Put a good swing on the ball, but number 13 and 5 for Coastal Bend just did a great job on a dual block there. Number 9 serving for Coastal Bend. They're in the Navy jerseys. We're in our Cardinal Red jerseys this evening.
Another service area by Coastal Bend. And Donovan is now stepping up to serve. We have a substitution. Sam Towery is coming in for Ori.
I think this is Sam's first time coming in this evening, and it looks like Jada Stallworth might be coming in with her and taking Donahue's place. So it'll be exciting to see some new faces. You mentioned it earlier. I think Coach Hayes really wants to get some new players, new faces, some experience. Definitely when you can get some conference experience early on in the conference season, that's really going to pay off late in the year.
Just helps with the comfort level later on. Stallworth with the serve. Oh. I had a little bit of a tip at the net. So serving for Coastal Bend now, number 3, Mariela Gonzalez.
Mariela's wanting to know where to serve, and it looks like the head coach of the Cougars is talking to her assistant. So Mariela's going to wing that there. And it might have worked in her favor. Hade there just hit it out of bounds. Had a good set on it, just missed it long.
Check the score.
And for the Cardinals, now serving number 1, Andrea Patino. Also in for the Cardinals, number 8, Germany Antwine.
Oh, maybe that was out. Looks like we're going to serve here. We've got
Yes. Must have been a
Andrea
little tip.
Patino is going to serve for us, number 1.
I think we must have had a tip at the net. Oh, good hustle.
Another great serve by Andrea.
Good hustle by Juliana Corona.
I was getting a little nervous to see what you were going to do with that ball coming at us.
I trusted the softball coach was going to catch that one.
That ball's a little bigger than what I'm used to.
Oh. Service error by Patino.
The libero for the Cougars is now serving, and it's a service error for them. So
they return the favor.
Always like to get those free points.
Yes. Beatrice is back in, and serving for Trinity Valley now is Jade Rodriguez.
I really feel like the game plan going in tonight, I know Coach Hayes had them prepared. They probably watched a lot of film. It just seems like they're really trying to serve the ball to number 3. So she had to have seen something, in that passing game that she felt like we could really be successful on making sure that we get the ball near her and wanting her to have to return the serve.
Oh, that looked like it was going to be a really good set from the back court. Just mistimed it a little bit. So we've got a timeout with Trinity Valley. Scored 11-7.
Looks like Coach Hayes is having a really good conversation with some of our young players, just trying to let them know the things that we have done this evening that has made us successful and the things that we need to make sure that we continue to do for those things to happen. And there it just looked like, kind of like myself on the volleyball court, I blocked myself with the net. So, a lot of that's just timing and passing. And so making sure everybody's on the same page. There's a lot of faces out there that we haven't seen this evening. And it goes back to that chemistry stuff. And you've got different groups out there, right? I don't know the volleyball terminology, but we got team 1, team 2, team 3, and so when you start mixing them up or you're putting some of those other teams in there, I think it's just getting those reps and feeling comfortable with each other. And, Andrea's out there with some faces that she hasn't been out there with all night. So her and number 10, our libero, we're going to really need to look for some leadership for them. And Beatrice, let me get that right tonight. Really look to try to get her the ball and do some damage on the front line.
Ooh. Oh. Hit the guide post. So just a little bit sloppy right there.
We've got Tamata coming back in. She's going to replace Andrea.
Serving for Coastal Bend, number 7, Juliana Corona. Just a little long.
The thing I noticed in this set a little bit with the last couple points, it just seems like everything's a little slower to develop. It's hard to get in rhythm. Those quick sets that we had been seeing all evening, we're not quite seeing. So we're seeing some new faces come in. Nevaeh's back in. It looks like Ori's back in and going to serve for us. And we know that she's done a really good job over the course of the season so far with her serve game.
I know that you've coached long enough, and I coached for a while. Anytime you make massive changes like that, sometimes it just disrupts the flow just enough to make things a little chaotic and not as smooth as it was before. And I think we've gone through a little bit of that right now.
I've always said I wanted to be a basketball coach because you can just move them in and out whenever you want. Softball, we have the reentry rule, and then of course volleyball only has so many substitutions that they're allowed. So you got to be pretty strategic. And I think that's something Coach Hayes has done a really nice job of trying to get in, her bench and some sub players. But, if you really know a whole lot about volleyball, you only get so many subs a set. And so you got to be really mindful with that as well. And that was a great ace that we just got there by Ori.
And I think this is one of those strategic moves because Ori seems to always score 3 or 4. How'd that get over?
And Beatrice did a great job. Germany comes up with just trying to dig a ball off the ground, and then we got the ball back on our side. We just got to get the ball down there. She's putting a good swing on the ball, but unfortunately, she's not pounding it down, so that ball is just traveling too far, and unfortunately, entering outside of the court.
Yeah.
This is the most points that Coastal Bend scored in a set this evening. So they obviously feel like they have a little bit of momentum and feeling good about themselves.
Not a clean return by the Cardinals.
No, we've really got to get dialed in here. And I think Coach will allow these young women to continue to play a little bit. And if we don't score a couple points here pretty soon, she's going to make some changes.
But she could, I've seen her also lead people in because this is the point in the season where you've got some kids that need to figure out some things and they don't figure it out on the bench. And so right now is a great time for them to get some experience and figure some things out.
Well, there's so much value on experience.
Yes.
You know, you can't put a price tag on that. And you could practice as much as you want, but just game experience and game speed and playing somebody in a different uniform is just different than inter-squad scrimmaging.
Well, when the lights come on for a real event, you know your energy level goes up a whole nother few levels.
We got Haley Ackley back there serving for us. Quick set by the Cougars. That's really the first time we've seen that tonight. So, you know, they're playing with a lot more momentum. They've got a little pep in their step. Right now they feel like they can play with us a little bit. Coach Hayes is on the court. She's instructing some information to some of her players, showing a lot of positive emotion and just keeping them focused. The score is currently 14-12. We got Coastal Bend serving there.
Well, right now we have one sophomore on the floor. So this is kind of what we were talking about a little bit earlier. Just they need some time out there and figure some things out.
Well, we're running a different setter this game too.
Yes.
And trying to get, you know, our young setters some experience. And so that goes back to that timing and chemistry a little bit. And, you know, you want to make sure if someone was to go down, you know, that's a position it's kind of like pitching. You know, you can't just teach someone how to do it in a day or two. And so you want to make sure that they're going to get a lot of experience and have confidence. So when they're called upon in pressure situations, they're going to feel like they have the success level and the trust of their teammates to be able to get that job done.
And right there was a good solid point for those young ladies. They settled in and played some really good defense, and that'll build some momentum for them.
Looks like we got Jordan Flores back in for us. She's serving. She's in our white jersey.
Just a little bit long on the serve. Now serving for Coastal Bend, number 9, Hannah Lozano.
What a great job there. That was a broken play. We kept it together. We found a way to give ourselves another opportunity to get the ball reset. And Nevaeh just did a great job pounding that down cross court.
Ori was determined to get her that set, and that turned out pretty well. Now serving for the Cardinals, number 3, Jada Stallworth.
Looks like Sam Towery checked in for us as well there on that rotation.
Oh.
Now we're starting to flow a little bit.
Yeah.
We've seen a little bit different in the setting. Hada there didn't necessarily get the kill like she wanted, but we did a great job in receiving the pass and being able to
Nice set, nice kill.
You know, it looks like we got Jada setting for us a little bit right now. So this is the third setter, I believe, that we've seen tonight. So definitely trying to get a lot of action there. And
that was one of the things I noticed early on at the scrimmage here was our depth. That is, she's got quality depth that she's not had, Coach Hayes has. Oh.
Well, when you have 17 players and all 17 of them can come in and contribute, and you have 6 players on the court at one time, you know, that's going to create a lot of competition for you in practice.
Yes.
You know, and you're going to get better. The more competition and the more that you can compete, you know, those players are going to get better. And so getting this game experience in, getting an opportunity to work together, get to play at home, you know, is definitely something that's really exciting for them. You know, this set, I think we've definitely got some things that we can go back and look at and grow from and build upon, you know, before next week when we go back out and have another conference match. But definitely finding a way just to have more points than Coastal Bend at this point. Doing a really good job defending their serve.
Oh.
Sam finds a way there. Little lefty hitter, but that goes off of Coastal Bend and out of bounds to get us another point. Scores 20-15. Looks like Germany's coming back in for us. And we got Andrea back serving.
So,
you know, what's been really good late in the game, I feel like she's been on the serve line for us. I think she's been one of our most consistent servers this evening.
Well, our service game, this set hasn't been as pretty as it was the first two, but overall, they've been very accurate tonight.
Well, and Zoe hasn't seen any action in this third set, and I thought she served the ball really well in the first 2 sets. So for us to be able to do some of the things that we're doing and her to just to be able to watch and learn how to be a teammate from the bench, which isn't easy to do when you're one of those key players that gets to contribute a lot. So it's definitely something that I think some of those other players, you know, have a lot of respect for.
Being a good cheerleader is an acquired skill.
It's tough. I wasn't good at it.
Most people aren't.
Competitive anyway.
Especially when it's not a runaway. Like this one is much closer than the first 2 sets. You want to be out there making a big difference.
Well, and you want to come in when it's close and you know, help get the game separated as it's been in the other 2. And so definitely a challenge, but I think the young players that have came in and got opportunities this set have really worked hard and found a way to kind of grind and just keep things the way that it needed to be. Setting back to that number 3, or serving back to that number 3 again.
Yep. And nice little block again. I don't know where our block number is, but it's got to be pretty high tonight.
Yeah.
Especially the first 2 sets.
The number that I think, I'm not a statistician, but service errors, I think we've had 4 all evening, and I think that's something. If you find a way to play a 3-game sweep and you've only had 4 service errors, you got to be very, very happy with the way that you control the tempo of the game. I do feel like Coastal Bend's got to feel like they can leave here with a little bit of confidence, finding a way to, you know, get double-digit scoring here in this third set, and, you know, try to build that into the rest of their conference schedule as well. I think coming to Athens and playing in Cardinal Gym, it's a tough place to play. I always compare it. I told you I was a basketball fan. I love Mike Krzyzewski, and it's like Cameron Indoor Arena. Yeah. You know, it's not a huge facility. We pack it in. We're close to the court. You know, the cheerleaders definitely bring in a different type of environment, so it's definitely not an easy place to play.
You keep mentioning Coastal Bend growing. They've got 4 sophomores on their entire team. So she's got to be pleased with the effort. They haven't just, their body language has not been bad.
No, they've competed. You know, we're at match point, and they've competed everything. You know, they're definitely a different team than I've seen over the last couple of years, and you know, I think they're going to continue to grow and develop, and they're going to be able to do some damage in the region and late in the year. Maybe look at doing some upsets.
Serving for the match, Andrea Patino. Oh. Coastal scores off the block. Now serving for Coastal Ben, number 2, Kinsley Stewart. And there we go with the kill from Germany.
Germany gets the kill and the win. And probably my favorite part about winning in Cardinal Gym is when the cheerleaders come on and they do their little cheer and get everybody in the crowd excited. What another great evening of volleyball. What another great win for Coach Hayes and her program. What another great win for Trinity Valley Community College and their athletic events as well.
We're going to have Coach Hayes on here pretty quick as soon as they get through with the handshakes. But very good match. Great start for conference play. Puts us at 1-0 in conference. And a chance to get on a little bit of a roll. Get Aaliyah. With us now is Coach Aaliyah Hayes. Great job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Back-to-back sweeps.
Yes, you know, our goal was to be able to find that confidence to be able to get in and get the job done and have a sweep, because that takes pressure.
Yes.
You know?
You got everybody in, it looked like?
Yes, yes. It's always good whenever everyone gets to play, especially at home, getting to experience, I mean, this atmosphere, you know, the cheerleaders, the Cardettes, the softball team, basketball teams, some football players coming in after practice. It's, you know, getting to play in front of your home crowd is great.
Yes. Your front line has got a lot of height.
We do.
What is that doing for the rest of your team?
You know, it's been great. There's many times where we expect and think that we have that block. And so defensively, we're hesitating just a little bit because we are so big up there that we have to learn that we still have to pursue some of those balls defensively. But it's a big net presence.
Your service game tonight looked really clean from our point.
You know,
you do have two guys over here that don't know too much about your sport.
Well, and you know, the thing is, we've been really working on having a better service game, and we're really tough servers. We've really taken heart to not having an error with our serves, and I do think we limited our errors. If I remember correctly, we might have had 4 the whole set or the whole match.
That's what we were tracking.
Yeah.
And I think 2 of them happened in the last set. So
and you know, in those moments, we're working on win is a good moment, and I know we led the whole game, but we're really working on trying to have those moments of error-free volleyball.
Well, great start to conference play.
Thank you.
What are you expecting on your next match?
You know, we head off to Weatherford tomorrow for a tri-match. So those are non-conference. We're expecting to see some, you know, another top 10 team with Weatherford, and then we play another Region 5 team, Amarillo College. So both of those are tomorrow at 2 p.m. and 4 p.m., Amarillo and then Weatherford. But we are back home on Tuesday against Lee, and then we head over to Carthage on Wednesday to match up with Panola, and I think both of those games are going to be good. Lee has a new coach, so still learning what their system might look like, but they're always athletic. Panola always brings energy, and on their home court, it's going to be an athletic game, so we've got to be a little bit more disciplined and just continue to grow each and every time we're on the court.
Next week from this weekend, you go to Salt Lake?
And then, yes, so we head out to Salt Lake, and that's another, you know, top. We'll play CSI, Eastern Arizona, Salt Lake. So some more tough competition on the road, which will really give us that one last shot to really like battle through what that competitiveness looks like before conference.
Coach and I talked about your strength of schedule. What's that going to do to you as your season goes along? You
know, because we've had such experience, our sophomores knew it from last year. We've really talked to the freshmen. They've now understood what it means to have a strength of schedule, and they're recognizing like, oh, coach, like, I see what you mean. You know, it's kind of that aha moment when we as coaches were like, we know what we mean. It's going to help us in the long run. Getting some tough losses at the beginning, which never is fun. But being able to, you know, have those wins that we had to battle for, those 5 setters, I think it's huge for us.
Yes. Well, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Good luck next week.
Thank you. We're excited. Back in Cardinal Gym on Tuesday.
Hope to see you guys here.
Yes.
It's a great environment. We had great crowd for a Friday. We've already discussed that, Friday night football.
Yeah.
And we still had a really good crowd.
Yeah. So thank you to everybody who was out and everybody who's watching. We appreciate it. You know, Cardinal Nation, there's nothing like it.
Thank you very much,
Yeah.
Coach.
Go Cards.
Go Cards. Thank you for joining us tonight. Look forward to seeing you on Tuesday. Again, thank you for the Cardinal Network and Trinity Valley Community College. Coach Hayes did a great job for us. Coach Wynn, thank you for joining us tonight and helping us out with the broadcast.
Absolutely. Go Cards.
And thank you again for Miles and all you guys for everything you do. Great job producing this. Thank you for your time tonight.